Hey, hello, how are you? I thought it would be fun to do a number generator, picks how many pages I read. So I am currently reading The Measure, and I have about 67 pages left. So I'm going to put in 1 through 67 on the number generator. I'm hoping it's not too much because my parents are coming over in like an hour, and I kind of want to have a little bit of time just to like maybe nap before they get here. But we'll see. If it's 67, then I'll finish the book, and it's good so far. I really like it. So here we go. I'm gonna let you guys kind of see before I see. I don't know if this is showing correctly. I'm scared. Okay, 34. So I'm gonna go read. I am a slow reader, so we'll see how long it takes me to read those 34 pages. Hopefully it won't be too long. Like hopefully, but I don't think I'll finish it before an hour. So if I don't finish it now, then I'll finish it later. Rant over. And let's see, I'm currently on page 130. So how many pages did I say? 34. So 164. Right there. Oh, shoot. No, I'm way further than that. I'm done. So I forgot to update it based on what I was listening to. So I lied. I'm not on page like 160 or 130. I'm on page 289, which means when I end, I should be on page 323 today. So have a cute new little reading location. I need to like get up a little bit and get out of the house. So I think I decided I'm gonna listen to some of it on audiobook. I hope that's not like cheating in this challenge. I don't think I am gonna consider that cheating. I'm not. And I'm still gonna have more to physically read because I don't think my walk's gonna be that long, and the audiobooks always take longer than physically reading it. I did not go on my walk yet. I just decided to finish reading here. I barely have anything left. Look. Okay, so I'm on 326 because that's where the chapter ended. And then it goes to page 3. What page is it go to? 349. So I have about 20 pages left. And it just makes you think about the choices in life and yeah. 295. Holy moly. I am exhausted. I did not finish the pages earlier. I'm really happy with everything that my parents and I were able to get done today. We were really able to accomplish a lot. We cleaned a lot of things, like we cleaned my fridge, my sink, my bathrooms. My dad carpet cleaned the floor. He also put up these shelves because I've been living here for so long and I have no deck. I don't know if you care. I don't know if you care. But that's my little spiel to you. Look how cute. So now I just have to decorate these shelves and I'm excited for that. Also, this is a little bit of a rant, but like, I don't know if anyone crochets. I've been trying to crochet and it's just not going well for me. So I'm gonna try a little bit again today. So I'm gonna read, I'm gonna crochet, and yeah. For a book that could be so like depressing, it is so heartwarming. I find myself really enjoying all of the characters, especially the boys. Like, they're not amazingly like, oh my gosh, but when I think back on them and like just the gestures that they do, they are very much show their emotions and they show their actions, not just words. So that's very enjoyable. Alright, so I still have about 20 pages left, but I just wanted to give a little update. I forgot that I really don't like one of the characters, and it's a politician in the book. I understand like a lot of the things they do because I understand that it's political, but I don't agree with it. Um, and then, like I said earlier, I enjoy the fact that despite how depressing this book could have been, it's very lighthearted. And I find the premise very interesting. I've read a lot of reviews where people are not happy that the characters don't go in depth and things like that, but I liked that there were a lot of characters, and I felt like, well, I should say liked. I'm enjoying the fact that there's a lot of characters to tell different stories, and kind of go back in between. Um, I don't feel like it's a book that I'm like thinking about constantly, although I see that there are a lot of reviews where people are like, I thought about this book forever, and maybe that'll be the case with the ending, but I'm also not finding that I'm like dragging my feet to read it. I'm not dreading reading it. I'm enjoying reading it, and when I go to read it, I'm like, okay, I hope that's making sense. All right, about 20 more pages. I might listen to some of it on a walk. I don't know. We'll see. But look how short this page is. Look how short this chapter is. Okay, so that was like one person's little story. And then another short chapter, which I enjoy, honestly. Yeah, I need to just kind of like get up a little bit. Day 2. We have Wahala by Nikki May. And I'm really excited to read this because listen to this little snippet here. There's been nothing but Wahala since she arrived. An incisive and exhilarating debut novel following 3 Anglo-Nigerian best friends and the lethally glamorous 4th woman who infiltrates their group. The most unforgettable girls since Carrie, Samantha, Charlotte, and Miranda. Okay. So, I have not finished the method. So let's see. There are 371 pages in this book. I have all day to spare, although I am kind of hoping that it's not just like too long. I don't want to lose my reading stamina, and I don't want to be put into a reading slump. So we're going to put in 1 through 371 in the generator and see how many pages it picks. I want you guys see first. So I feel like the only thing like worse than 371 would be like 1. Like maybe I should just do like start it lowest at 10. Start lowest at 10. So scared. I was so scared it's gonna be long. $117. Okay, so not incredibly long, but that is pretty long for me. 100 pages in one day. I have not read that much in a while, so hopefully we enjoy it. Wait, what was it? 117? How do I not even remember now? Yes, 117. So I do like that this book does look like the font is pretty big. Don't judge me for saying that, guys. I do read books with small text as well, but see, it's just gonna be quicker for me to read. Easier, maybe. I don't know. You catch my vibe? Do you catch my vibe? Three's Company. I decided to go for a little walk before I read my pages just so that I get some energy out, and I am starting 75 hard again. I did fail it the other day, so I'm starting over. So I already did so I needed to do a 45-minute outdoor workout, so I decided to walk for that. So now hopefully my energy and focus can be on reading those pages. I have about 50 more pages left to get to that 117. Uh, I do enjoy it so far. It's kind of just giving a little bit of background into the characters, introducing the characters. And I find that I really enjoy books that go through different people's point of view at the different chapters. I think it keeps things interesting. It keeps things interesting. I enjoyed that from the measure as well. This book definitely has longer chapters than the measure, which is fine, but I think my reading was just so used to those chapters that now I'm adjusting to these chapters. I did it. I did utilize audiobooks. I do like this audiobook because it is a female narrator doing different female voices. So basically, it's stories about a friend group, Simi, Boo, and Ronki. And there's this fourth girl that's kind of she's joining the friend group kind of as this story goes on, and I think it's gonna cause a little bit of controversy and stuff. It hasn't yet at all. But morning, we are back again. Day 3. Let's see how this goes. Oh my god, it's bad. I have 53 pages after doing this, and I have to read 10. I have to read 10 no matter what. So I'm going to put in 10 to 53 and see how many pages it picks. Okay, not too bad. I was kind of hoping it would be a lot because I'm ready to be done with this book and move on to another. So, 43, not too shabby. So as I was reading, I forgot that I was supposed to stop at 226 and then I was going to stop at 236 instead, and then I realized it was over. I did enjoy it, but then at the end, I felt like I wasn't learning as much about her anymore. It felt like it was just a lot of talk about like prioritizing yourself. Like it did kind of feel like a little bit about a self-help book. There we go. That's like, oh, okay. I want to be like here though. Okay, there we go. So I feel like reading a self-help book in addition to the challenge that I'm doing. So I have 3 here. You Need a Budget, Feel Good Productivity, and Design Your Next Chapter. And I think right now it's really between these two. I'm a little familiar with Ali Abdaal because he's a YouTuber that I've watched a lot about. Design your next chapter just sounds fascinating to me. Let's see. So this one. How many pages? It is 243. Okay. And 262. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do number generator between 10 through 200. I know I don't want to read more than 200 pages, and we'll see how it goes. I do have a gym appointment later, and I am going to try to space it out because I just know I cannot read that much, unfortunately, in one sitting right now. I do need to build up my reading stamina, and it's something that I'm working on. So let's do the number generator first. I'm thinking that the self-help book will be quicker and easier for me to get through just based on how they're written and the format of the actual book. Show you guys first, just like normal. Okay, I'm scared. 89. Okay, 89, doable. We've got this. Now, the more difficult thing will just be deciding which book I want to read. Good morning. I don't know if I told you guys, but I did finish The Measure. So I finished The Measure and I finished Master of Me. So I'm really happy that I was able to finish 2 books this week. And I did enjoy them both. I don't think either of them were 5 stars for me, but yeah. And I learned something about myself is that I cannot read more than 100 pages in a day. It's just very difficult for me, even with spreading out my reading. So for today's spin, I'm going to do 10 through 100. I do enjoy the self-help book as well. I do really enjoy Ali Abdaal's kind of narration and voice. All right, let me show you guys first. So we've got 10 through 100, and today I'm going to read how the one-armed sister sweeps her house. Okay, 23. That's totally doable. So I'm gonna read 23 pages, how the one-armed sister sweeps her house, and then I think I'm gonna decide if tomorrow if I want to continue reading this one or if I want to continue reading Wahala. Happy reading! So I lied. There is one more book that I wanted to read before I chose between which book I wanted to read the last day and like really continue. And that is Rocky Start. My mom gave me this book from the library and she was like raving about it. So let's choose our pages. Again, I learned my lesson. I can't do more than 100 pages a day. I don't want to do that either because I don't want to put myself into a reading slump. So let's see. There are 418 pages, but I am going to do 10 through 100 again. And I will let you guys see first. Okay, let's see. Okay, very doable. So I have all day, so we will read Rocky Start, 51 pages. I think I'm still gonna break it apart a little bit because I am a slow reader. Like it just does take me a long time to read, so. Okay, honestly, that was pretty good so far, and I didn't even have to take breaks. I just read it straight through the 51 pages, which is surprising because my reading stamina is not that high. I'm trying to work on it. And I'm also trying to work on my vocabulary and like what to reveal when discussing books because I feel like I don't want to give spoilers and I'm trying to decide what would be a spoiler and what would not be a spoiler. I really enjoy like Kalila D, and I think her vernacular is so amazing, and I really aspire to build my vocabulary like her. She's very well spoken. So I know I'm not gonna do this book justice describing it. So I'm just gonna read the synopsis for you on the back. But I will say that part of the reason I like this book is that there's a guard dog, and how could you not love a book with a dog? Okay. Rose Malone's landlord and employer has just died, and now she has no idea if she has a job or if she and her daughter Poppy have a place to live. And that's on top of the arrest warrant that's been out for her for 19 years. Then a stranger shows up and tries to throw her out. It just isn't the week to do that. She smacks him with a reproduction, a Maltese falcon, and then somebody grabs him and throws him into the street. Max Reddy just wants his boots. He's walking the Appalachian Trail with his dog Mags, trying to leave behind a life as an elite covert operative. When he sees a feisty middle-aged woman get backhanded by a guy in a suit, Max throws the jerk into the street, determined to get out of town, even if feisty was pretty cute. He's been alone on the trail for a long time. Some trees are looking good to him. Rose needs to know what's going on, so she follows Max to the post office. No ulterior motive, honest, except to pick his pocket to find out who he is. Then he can go. But by nightfall, she's invited him under her roof for her own protection, since they're dealing with a town full of retired spies, including a suspicious sheriff, a sly-eyed moocher, a knife-wielding bakery owner, a stranger who looks like she drinks the blood of the damned, a conniving teenager, and a dog who's decided she's done with the Appalachian Trail. And Max is starting to think his dog is right. So, sounds very intriguing. The chapters are very short, which makes the readability easier for me. And then I think it's really cool that it's written by two authors. And I'm always kind of curious when authors co-write a book, like what their process is. Like, do they each take a chapter? Do they discuss most chapters together? Like, are they just going back and forth? I don't know. I find that very fascinating. So this is a contender. I've really enjoyed all the books that I've read so far, which is great, but it does make it a little more difficult to choose which one I want to continue tomorrow. And I guess we'll just wake up tomorrow and kind of see what mood I'm in. So today is the last day letting the number generator pick how many pages. I have such a hard time like explaining books to you guys without giving you any spoilers. So, like I said, I finished The Measure, I finished Master of Me, and I read some of Wahala and some of How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House, and then some of Rocky Start. And How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House, like, it starts off with a story. It kind of sounds like it's all about an old wives' tale, kind of, that this grandma is telling that kind of like helps kids remember how to like obey people. I don't know how to best describe it other than that. I do think that it's going to be like very witty and emotional, but today I am feeling Rocky Start. So let's see how many pages we will read. We stopped at 51 yesterday, which was perfect because that ended right on a chapter. So today I think I'm going to do the same thing, 10 through 100, because I've learned my limits. As always, I'm going to show you guys first. Here we go. I'm going to turn the volume on so I know when it stops. Where is the cursor? There it is. Okay. Hey, Simba. Hi, babes. Do not jump up here. $85. Okay, that is kind of a lot. So, wait, see. I stopped on page 51. So 51 plus 80 is 131, right? So I should be finished at page 136. If it's in the middle of the chapter, I'll finish the chapter out. There's starting to be a little bit of a build up, like into a possible relationship. So it is a little cute. So I decided I'm going to do my reading in chunks today. So I just got to page 80, which is perfect because it ends on a chapter. And then the next chunk I'll do, I think I'll read to page 100, and then I'll do almost 20, around 20 pages each time, 20 to 30 pages. I love books that go between characters for each chapter. I don't know why. I think it just helps keep me interested in the story. And so this kind of goes back and forth between Max's point of view and Rose's point of view. And Max was just pulled over. Max was just talking to a cop, and the cop is telling him that he doesn't have any record of him. He looked up his fingerprints and he's like, "You don't exist." And the guy's like, "Well, because I'm an upstanding citizen." And I'm curious to see where that goes, because otherwise why kind of mention it here? I would be sad if it does turn out that this guy is a really bad guy, Max, because I do like him. He's the one that has the dog, and the character Rose, her daughter Poppy, is helping him take care of the dog because the dog got injured. So that's kind of how they're all connected. So I'll update you guys again when I finish either my next chunk or the end of my pages that I said I'd read today. So I did have to look up Maltese Falcon because they keep referencing it, and I know it was in the synopsis of the book as well, and it seems yes, there is a type of bird called Maltese Falcon, but it also seems like it was a movie. It also seems like it was a movie from 1941. So that's a noir movie, crime movie. So I just got to page 115, so I still have about 20 more pages to go, 21 pages. It does give more characters' perspectives from the chapters as well. It gives a chapter on Poppy, and Poppy's just wants the best for her mom. So I think this, all the relationships will be very wholesome in this book. And we find out kind of why there's been a warrant out for 19 years. So we find out why there's been a warrant out for Rose's arrest for 19 years. So yeah, we're still kind of just learning about the characters. I'm not sure where the story is going from there, but it is a very easy read. I thought I was gonna have to take way more breaks than I am, and I've read most of this in less than an hour. So I'm a little surprised that my mom recommended me that book because there's a lot of talk about sex and like I just don't talk to my mom about that much. So yeah, but I do think that it is very interesting so far. Like I said, like it's a very easy read, and I finished at page 139, and we'll see where it goes. So, this town is called Rocky Start, and it seems like there's just like a lot of weird things going on. So we'll see what else happens. This video was so fun to do, and I'm really glad that I got to experience so many different books and kind of different genres. I mean, they're all similar genres because that's, my reading style. But I'm really glad that I got to experience the diverse. I'm really glad that I got to experience a variety. There we go, that's the word. A variety of books and kind of start talking about them. Like I said, I really want to try to review the books without giving spoilers. That's something that's very difficult for me, and I just want my vocabulary to be better, so we'll work on that in the future videos. But I hope you guys enjoyed. It was really fun to make. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.